All right, all right. So A&M. All right, just before we get going, 8-5 straight up last year. I'm sorry, an abysmal 3-10 against the spread, and a tough one to USC in the bowl game. But any initial thoughts on Elko in year one?
I think 8-5 has to be considered a success for Elko. Considering the free pass that everybody got in the portal after Jimbo Fisher was shown the door. I mean, the turnover on both sides of the ball last year. And then, 3 games in, Connor Wegman gets hurt? So
yeah,
you have a massive portal defection, and then your QB1 goes down. Now, it turned out to probably be as good a thing as Elko could have asked for, because you get to hit the reset button and jumpstart a rebuild with a young athletic quarterback. Now, we're going to spend a fair amount of time talking about Marcel Reed, because he's right there next to Jackson Arnold in terms of guys who – look, I saw a story on ESPN that was ranking not the best players in college football, but the most important players in college football. And the top 3 of them were SEC quarterbacks. And I actually disagree with all 3. It went Arch, Gunner, Ty Simpson. To that, I say all 3 of those dudes are driving Ferraris around them. So all they've really got to do is be mediocre to good on most Saturdays, and all 3 of those teams are going to be in the conversation of the playoff till the very end. I can make an argument that Marcel Reed, Jackson Arnold, and DJ Lagway are infinitely more important to their teams than those other 3 dudes.
Yeah.
And so to that conversation, the biggest improvement Marcel Reed can make has to have already happened. He has had to go from being an athlete playing quarterback to a quarterback who can use his athleticism. Because last year, if that first read was not open, he was a one read and go guy.
Right.
And if that's what Elko wants, and they're going to look, man, with Moss behind him, and if they are effective running the midline, he's going to have a ton of open dudes. He's not going to be asked to make his 4th progression and then go to a check down. I mean, it's going to be play action, one read, run. But is he going to be able to do that on 3rd and 10 in the multitude of tight games that always come up in this league? Because you can't call that play on 3rd and 10, down 7, middle of the 4th quarter at LSU.
Right. Well, I would say his first year was a wild success at the, heading into November, because you lose disappointing fashion to Notre Dame, but then you rip off 7 wins in a row, including a 31-point beatdown of, I believe Missouri was undefeated at the time, and they were ranked number 9. And then you give a 15-point beatdown to 8th-ranked LSU. So at that point, it's a wild success, but then you lose by 24 at South Carolina. You beat G5 New Mexico State. Then you lose 4 overtimes at Auburn. Then you lose by double digits at home to Texas. And then you let a late lead get away against USC in the bowl game. And so you you lose 4 in a row to Power 4 programs to end the year. So I'm not saying it was a disappointment, but it was fantastic, almost home. And so yeah, I think it was better than average. It was pretty good, but a little bit of disappointment at the end. All right, anything else before I go into my monologue with all sorts of stats and etc.?
Fire away.
Okay. A&M They returned 41 lettermen. They lost 37. They averaged 30.4 points per game. They gave up 22.2. They were plus 500 in net yards. They were plus 5 in turnover margin. Cruton class, number 10 overall per the 247 Sports Composite. Number 11, transfer specific. They got 39 total commits, transfers and incoming freshmen and or JUCO. Of the 39 commits, 1 5-star, 26 4-star guys, 13 transfers, 12 from Power 4 programs, 5 were 4-stars that I will get to in a moment. They went 2-2 in one possession games. Phil Steele's national unit rankings have them number 34 at QB, number 9 at running back, number 26 at receiver, number 4 O-line, number 16 D-line, number 13 linebacker, number 5 secondary, number 10 special teams. Pro Football Focus had their O-line number 3 and number 5 at running back, not number 9. And I will do the betting numbers right now as well. So they are plus 235 to make the college football playoff. They are 35-1 to win the college football playoff. In week 1, they are minus 21.5 at FanDuel at home to UTSA. And the Roadrunners are plus 890 on the money line. The total is 57.5. And then the revenge game, week 3 at Notre Dame, which I'll point out, the Irish have 2 weeks to prepare, and A&M does not. A&M is plus 7.5 at FanDuel. The total is 49.5. And the Aggies are plus 202 on the money line. And then at LSU on October 25th, A&M is plus 5.5, and they are plus 155 money line. And regular season finale at Texas, A&M is plus 10.5, plus 285 money line. The total is 51 and a hook. All right, the 5 4-star transfers are in no particular order. Cornerback Julian Humphrey comes over from Georgia, where he's been for 3 years, 23 games, 21 career tackles, 5 passes broken up. Number 2, Mario Craver, wide receiver from Mississippi State, as a true freshman last year in 9 games, 17 catches, 368 yards, 3 touchdowns. He also returned a blocked punt for a touchdown. However, he was suspended for 1 game by Jeff Lebby, and he was also arrested in March for a little bit of the ganja. Although 51 miles an hour in a 40. Do you deserve to be pulled over 51 in a 40?
I mean,
That's questionable. That's questionable in my opinion. Anyhow, I looked it up. I just thought I'd share that. All right. Third 4-star transfer, TJ Searcy, defensive end from Florida. As a freshman in 23, 12 games, 26 tackles, 4 TFLs, 1 forced fumble. Last year as a sophomore, 12 games, 34 tackles, 4 TFLs, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. All right, the next one. All right, this is who I would rank uno if we were in any order, is Kevin, quote-unquote, KC Concepcion, no relation to former Reds shortstop Davey Concepcion, who is Greason's third cousin. KC Concepcion comes over from NC State, where as a freshman in 23, he played 13 games, 71 receptions, 839 yards, 10 touchdowns, and also 41 rushing attempts, 320 rushing yards, 7.8 yards per carry average. And last year, 12 games, the numbers not as good last year. 53 catches, 460 yards, 6 touchdowns, only 36 rushing yards on 19 attempts, but he did have 2 rushing touchdowns. All right, last guy, D tackle Tyler Onyedum, Iowa State. 21 career starts in 40 games, 90 career tackles, 13 TFLs, 3 career sacks, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery. All right, a couple 3-star transfers I wanted to mention. Cornerback Jordan Shaw, 9 starts at Washington last year, 37 tackles, 6 passes broken up, 4 TFLs, 1 fumble recovery. And then Dayon Hayes, who had 15 starts in 4 years at Pitt and had 3 starts at Colorado last year. So 43 games in 5 years, 97 career tackles, 31 TFLs, 14 sacks, 5 passes broken up, 2 forced fumbles. He gives, just another veteran, big body to go in the rotation on the D-line. And finally, Jacob Zeno is in the race for QB2 with redshirt freshman Miles O'Neill. And Zeno, 17 career starts at UAB, 31-17 TD-INT ratio. I'll also mention 6 of their 3-star transfers were 4-star prospects out of high school. So guys that are obviously talented but have underachieved, and you would think would be hungry and fresh starts in Aggie land.
Ain't nobody hungry in College Station, brother.
They got good food.
Let hand over fist.
Yeah, they got good food over there.
You really think KC Concepcion is the best wide receiver in the portal?
Oh, did I say that? I didn't mean to say that. I just meant he was the best guy that A&M got out of the portal.
Okay.
That's all I meant to say.
Okay.
That's all I meant. Yeah, my bad.
No, I just was looking for a little clarification as you were diatribing. I will tell you this, though. This is a rare juxtaposition for me to follow up your stats with a stat. You referenced Texas A&M was a dreadful 3-10 against the number last year.
Mm-hmm.
Since 2022, so the last 3 full seasons, 3 teams in college football have been the least successful against the number. They are 11-24-1, which is 31% against the spread. Texas A&M is one of them. Can you guess the other 2?
Oh, I like this. Can you give me just a slight hint on
one's an action?
Okay. I'm going to go Akron.
Kent State.
God, that was going to be my other. Damn it. That was my other. Mm-hmm.
And the other was a former Pac-12 team before everybody's conferences blew up.
Wazoo?
Stanford.
Yeah, the end of the David Shaw era was not good. And Troy Taylor was not good. I should have said Kent State instead of Akron, doggone it. I like the question, though. Bring those anytime.
Over that same time frame, you want to guess who the best 3 against the number have been?
Yeah.
They're all tied at 23, 12, and 1, which is a smidge under 66%.
Okay, can you give me a hint?
I'm
trying to remember who was at the top last year. Just give me a conference.
Okay. One's an independent, one's in the Big 12, one's in the Big 10, and one's in the ACC.
It's either UConn or Notre Dame. I'm gonna go Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is correct.
And I'm sorry. I tuned out the other hints.
Big 10 and ACC are the other 2.
Penn State,
Oregon.
I should have got that. And the ACC. I'm not looking at the stat. I'm just looking at the list of schools here.
It's a traditional ACC school.
Right. I was about to say, can I rule out SMU? Let's go with Oh, I'm thinking Brent Key is my first thought. Hold on, let me look at the rest of the schools. Oh no. I'm gonna go Duke.
Mike Elko's former team, the Duke
Yeah,
Blue Devils.
Duke. There we go. All right. I didn't do very good on that. But I like the trivia. Okay. Remarks before we get into the schedule?
The schedule seems doable, but they're just a lot of the teams we talk about either have superstar quarterbacks coming back or superstar rosters around those guys. It feels like A&M has a few more question marks. Do they have talent? Sure they do. I mean, it's College Station. Especially until we get a regulated and finalized number on how much teams can spend on football, Texas A&M is going to do whatever it takes to lure talent. But it feels like Texas A&M, with the exception of Moss, has more question marks than most. Now, the offensive line, I think, can be pretty doggone good. But it just feels like, yeah, but. And then, but if. So.
Yeah, I mean, they lost their top 5 pass catchers. We've talked about Noah Thomas, who went to Georgia. That was a big loss.
Auburn couldn't cover him, by the way.
Right. But now they've got their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got their top 6 tacklers back, and they are 4 deep at running back. And Reed can run it.
Yeah, it's not a huge stretch to say Texas A&M may go 7-5 and lead the SEC in rushing.
Right. I mean, they're going to be able to run the ball effectively. And I should probably give you Marcel Reed's. I mean, this was his freshman year, his first 8 starts, 61.3 completion percentage, 1,864 passing yards, 15-6 TDINT, and he ran it for 543, 7 touchdowns, 4.7 yards per carry average.
Which is that kind of rushing average for a quarterback when sacks work against you is good. Yeah, it is pretty good.
Yep, really good. I left out a couple of betting numbers. My apologies. To win the Heisman, Marcel Reed 35-1, Concepcion 300-1. To win the SEC championship game, 15-1. Which are the 5th shortest odds. And by the way, that 35-1 to win the CFP, those are the 11th shortest odds. And I have A&M 11 in my power rankings. Their win total, 7.5, but you got to really like the over because it's a minus 170 price. The under is plus 138. Yeah.
And see, I think that's one of the conversations too. Like the coaches poll, you referenced the coaches poll earlier in the show, right?
Well, no, I don't think so.
Well, we've had to start and stop so many times that it may have been in one of the previous retakes. Without clarity on the voting decorum per se, some of the coaches probably vote how they think the polls are going to end.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
They're trying to pick, okay, my top 8 are going to be the final 8 teams still playing.
Right.
Others are probably voting on who they got coming back and whatnot. See, if you're voting on, I know we did fearless predictions, and I said Texas A&M was going to finish unranked, which would be probably 7-5.
Right.
That schedule, a couple of monster swing games, Auburn and Florida specifically, and I know we'll do their schedule shortly, are in College Station, which is as hard a place to play as any in the country.
Yeah. Yep. And see, unlike AP and coaches, my rankings are always who I would make favorite over whom that week. And so that's how my preseason is. My preseason doesn't reflect who I'm picking to win the Natty or what have you. It was just be on a neutral field week 1 who I've got favored over whom. And later in the show, I might throw my top 10 at Jay and see what he thinks. Although 1 through 9, there's basically no separation, and we'll get to that later. All right, ready for the schedule?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. We're going to start A&M at 2-0 with home wins over UTSA and Utah State.
Agreed.
I don't have any idea what Notre Dame's going to get at quarterback, but I think they have a top 5 roster, and I got to go with them with 2 weeks to prepare. And despite the revenge angle, I got to go Notre Dame and South Bend, although I imagine plenty of Aggies will be in Chicago that weekend and in South Bend on Saturday.
Yes, but I do think the Irish win that game.
Yep. So then they get 2 weeks to prepare for Auburn, and the week before
Auburn goes to Oklahoma, don't they?
They sure do. So here is the scheduling advantage to A&M. Although I think you had Auburn winning this one, right? When we did Auburn.
Well, we did Auburn before we went neck deep in all the schedules, so I'll stay with Auburn. But the scheduling advantage, a free Saturday and back-to-back trips from Auburn, which does not, breaking news, have an international airport, to 2 places that do not have international airports. That's as tough a back-to-back road trips as maybe. I'm not talking about team. I'm talking about the travel wear and tear.
Yeah.
From Auburn to Norman, then Auburn to College Station. That's not easy getting to and fro.
Yeah, I mean, the only place it would be further maybe is Missouri, although my geography might be off there on the westerly. Yeah, never mind.
It may be easier, but you could. At least Columbia is a much bigger city. I mean, Auburn's probably going to have to fly into Tulsa and then go to Norman, or I'm not certain where. I mean, I don't know, unless they're going to take 8 private jets.
Right.
And the same with College Station. I think almost every time you go to College Station, you got to fly into Houston.
All right, so I've got A&M beating Auburn to go to 3-1, but you've got them at 2-2, and that means the heat is up for these next couple, which they get at home, a 3-game. After they go to South Bend, they don't have to leave College Station for more than a month. We both have them beating Mississippi State, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Now, my Florida result, if y'all remember, is tied to what happens with Florida Texas the week before. I think Florida wins at A&M if they lose to Texas. If Florida beats Texas, I think they lose at A&M. So,
I think I went A&M here, but I think I feel better about trying to be true to our previous conversations. Right. If A&M splits Auburn and Florida, that's not the worst thing in the world.
Right. And on that note, I'll give that one to Florida. So basically I'm saying A&M splits those 2. So we both have them at 4-2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Correct?
Correct.
All right. This said Arkansas is not going to be easy, but I'm going to give it to A&M, but it's going to be a good. I just don't think Arkansas can stop A&M's running game. That's the part of that matchup where I got to give A&M the nod.
No, I'm on board with you on that. I mean, heck, one of my predictions earlier in the show was that Pittman was going to get a can.
Sure.
So,
yeah. I got LSU winning at home to A&M. So we're 5-3, right?
Yep.
Okay. Both teams get buys. A&M at Missouri. See, if Bo Prabula is good, if he's good, then I like Missouri in this game. But I have no idea if he's good.
I don't either. But if we're being completely forthright and open, I don't really know if Marcel Reed's good.
Right. And Prabula can run it too.
Right.
Like Reed.
See, here's the thing: is I've got them split in these next two, which puts them at 6-4.
And that's fair. And I'll note that South Carolina's got 2 weeks to prepare. That's who A&M has at home after at Missouri, and Mizzou or A&M doesn't have, so rest advantage to South Kakalaki there. So I think split is fair because I think they beat South Carolina at home and lose at Missouri if Prabula's playing good.
And we got them drubbing Samford.
So that's 7-4 going into at Texas.
Yep.
Wow, we got them going 7-5.
Yep.
We both have them going 7-5. That's plus money. Man, I mean, they're a really good team to go 7-5. These
well, they're a really
good
team. And then you have your choice of what is the biggest question in College Station at 7-5. Is Marcel Reed the future?
Right.
And is Mike Elko Jimbo 2.0?
Well, you win a bowl game and go 8-5. I mean, I still think recruiting will go well. I don't think it's panic mode like it was for Napier going into year 3.
But even with limitless funds, rich people stay rich by not giving money away. So, right. I mean, the Jimbo buyout certainly buys Elko some time.
And Elko ain't getting paid like Jimbo was. He shouldn't be if he is.
I don't know if Gates is getting paid like Jimbo was. I mean, damn.
Right. Man, I hear that. All right, so we got them going 7-5.